So, what's his name? Guy who played the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. Tommy, but not his real name.
I don't know his real
Jason
name.
David Frank.
Okay.
Jason David Frank is now a UFC fighter.
No.
Yes.
Is he good?
I watched one the other day, and I'm not even a UFC fan, but I was like, what? And so I watched it.
Is he ripped?
Oh my god, he got so fucking jacked.
Is he the only one that actually knew karate? That's amazing!
I think...
There's no way the Pink Ranger knew fucking karate.
No. I don't know what she looks like. Do you think she held up?
I'm pretty sure I heard she did porn.
Why are we here? Why aren't we on Google?
I can't find it.
I'll look.
I've looked.
I'll look right now. Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the Bible Reloaded.
And he's wearing Duck Dynasty pants.
Yeah, they were a present.
But it's okay.
It makes you feel better. I'm not wearing underwear underneath, so I'm
we fucked earlier.
So I'm rubbing my balls on it.
We didn't have sex.
Anyways,
unless you guys want to think we do.
Thanks everyone for coming, you know?
Yeah, pretty happy with that. All four of you.
So, last time Jericho fell by the hands of Joshua and all his Jewish homies.
Yeah, they had some wind instruments and it's like a marching band. And then I think Nick Cannon came out and he stomped the yard. Anyways,
we're on Joshua chapter 7, Achan's sin. Here's the thing, I'm not sure if it's Achan or Achan. I remember in my old school, because I went to a Baptist school, they called him Achan, but that could just be like really white people not knowing how to pronounce.
We're gonna call him Achan though. Yeah. It's easy.
Okay. For context, Achan is one of the Israelites, and basically, as they just defeated Jericho, the Lord said, hey, don't take shit from there, just don't do it.
Yeah, stealing is wrong, but you can murder them.
Yep. But the Israelites were unfaithful in regards to their devoted things. Achan, son of Carmi, the son of Zermi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took some of them. So the Lord's anger burned against Israel.
Oh, not again.
If God's attention span were a reticle, it would be fucking huge. He can't ever narrow in on like one person. It's always all of you. Now Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is near Beth Aven, to the east of Bethel, and told them, go up and spy out the region. So the men went up and spied out Ai.
Spy out?
Yeah.
Is that a term?
I guess so. I'm assuming based on the track record, they'll go to Ai, find a prostitute who lives near the wall, be really bad at spying, get caught immediately, but still succeed somehow.
Wouldn't that be wonderful if that happened again?
Yeah. When they returned to Joshua, they said, not all the army will have to go up against Ai. Send 2,000 or 3,000 men to take it. And do not weary the whole army, for only a few people live there.
Well, we're only gonna murder a few people, so we don't even need to be full strength.
3,000 will do.
3,000.
And if it's only a few people who live there, wouldn't only a few soldiers plus like 10 soldiers do?
I guess, I don't know.
Verse 4. So about 3,000 went up, but they were routed by the men of Ai, who killed about 36 of them.
36.
So
about 36.
Like 30, 35, and one dude got stabbed a lot, and they're like, dude, do you need help? And he's like, no, I'm good, guys. No, you are bleeding a lot.
Throws up a little bit.
No, guys, I'm good.
You're stabbed in the intestines.
I don't know what to... No.
It smells like poop.
I'm good.
There's poop leaking out of your stomach.
Yep, it's convenient. Passive digestive system.
That's funny.
They chased the Israelites from the city gate as far as the stone quarries and struck them down on the slopes. At this, the hearts of the people melted in fear and became like water.
Wait, did they have icy hearts before? Because that's the only way you get to water, if you melt. just icy. Just imagine every Jew is Cruella de Vil. Doesn't she die in a car accident?
I think so.
That's fucking funny. How are we gonna kill the villain? I don't know, car accident?
Verse 6. Then Joshua tore his clothes and fell face down to the ground before the ark of the Lord, because he was kind of a bitch, remaining there till evening. So I'd like to...
Rips just lays there,
drops on the floor,
listening to, I don't know, Black Parade by My Chemical Romance.
And
that's
then
not even a sad song, but that's what he's listening to.
The elders of Israel did the same and sprinkled dust on their heads.
This'll help with our bereavement. It's happy sprinkles.
And Joshua said, Alas, sovereign Lord, why did you ever bring this people across the Jordan to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites to destroy us? If only we had been content to stay on the other side of the Jordan. Here's what I'm really starting to get on the pattern of the Old Testament. Jews leave a place, face hardship, wish they hadn't left the place they were at last time, bitch to God. God says, hey, motherfuckers, you did something wrong. So here's what you did wrong, fix it, and then they go and murder people and move on, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And you get a message basically out of the entire Old Testament is the inadequacy and flaky nature of humans and the constancy of God. And that's basically the message it's trying to get across. The problem is the constancy that they're showing from God
is fucking terrible.
Is that he's a dick.
Yeah.
And that's all. So I'm sorry, Old Testament writers, you did a poor job. Verse 8, Pardon your servant, Lord. What can I say now that Israel has been routed by its enemies? The Canaanites and the other people of the country will hear about this, and they will surround us and wipe out our name from the earth. What then will you do for your own great name? I don't know, probably recruit one of them, whichever one's standing. Verse 10, The Lord said to Joshua, Stand up, what are you doing down on your face?
That's a really stupid place to be.
Israel has sinned. They have violated my covenant which I commanded them to keep. They have taken some of the devoted things. They have stolen. They have lied. They have put them before their own possessions. That is why the Israelites cannot stand against their enemies. Not because they're emaciated desert Jews. We know Jewish people are known for their athleticism and great combat skills. They turn their backs and run because they have been made liable to destruction. I will not be with you anymore unless you destroy whoever amongst you is devoted to destruction. You're devoted to destruction. What did you say?
You're dead.
Go, consecrate the people. Tell them, consecrate yourselves in preparation for tomorrow. For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. There are devoted things among you, Israel. You cannot stand against your enemies until you remove them. In the morning, present yourselves, tribe by tribe. The tribe of the Lord chooses shall come forward, clan by clan. The clan the Lord chooses shall come forward, family by family, and the family the Lord chooses shall come forward, man by man. Whoever is caught with the devoted thing shall be destroyed by fire, along with all that belongs to him. He has violated the covenant of the Lord, and has done an outrageous thing in Israel. Right, he did the outrageous thing, not the guy doing the whole dramatic, I'll choose a tribe, then a family, then a person, then we'll burn them and their stuff. That's not outrageous. Early the next morning, Joshua had Israel come forward by tribes, and Judah was chosen. The clans of Judah came forward, and the Zerahites were chosen. He then had the clan of the Zerahites come forward by families. The Zimri were chosen. Joshua had his family come forward, man by man. And Achan, son of Carmi, the son of Zimri, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah was chosen. Why did the Lord go like, we'll choose this and this? Couldn't he just been like, hey...
There he was.
Achan.
Omniscience. Boom.
Nope, he's like, we're gonna make this as drawn out and dramatic as possible.
Well, yeah, it's gotta be like the first 45 minutes of the Hunger Games movie.
Pointless.
Pointless, just... Yeah, we know, she's gonna take the place of her sister. No, that's not the point. The point is the build-up.
19. Then Joshua said to Achan, My son, give glory to the Lord, the God of Israel, and honor him. Tell me what you have done. Do not hide it from me.
So you're gonna say it's okay? I mean, I'm sorry.
Just tell me, we'll worry about the consequences later.
It's true. I've sinned against the Lord, the God of Israel. This is what I have done. When I saw in the plunder a beautiful robe from Babylonia, 200 shekels of silver and a bar of gold weighing 50 shekels, I coveted them and I took them. They are hidden in the ground inside my tent with the silver underneath. I'm sorry.
Okay, messengers, go to the tent, go find that shit. And you, why have you brought this trouble on us? The Lord will bring trouble on you today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, you seem pretty reassuring. Like, hey, man, just tell us. And I'm sorry. Honestly, what I was gonna do, I was gonna take the money from the shekels and the gold. And there's a lot of people here. I figured we all deserved a pizza party. Now, I was gonna wear the robe. Don't get me wrong. I was gonna keep the robe, but pizza party. We haven't really had a really good celebration in a long time. I mean, last time we had a celebration, it was with the calf, and we all got murdered.
Then all of Israel stoned him, and after that they stoned the rest. Stoned the rest of whom?
What?
Like his family? They stoned his family? What?
Did they stone all the way back?
They burned them. Over Achan they heaped up a large pile of rocks, which remains to this day. Then the Lord turned from his fierce anger, therefore that place has been called the Valley of Achan ever since. So they're just like, okay, bury him in rocks. Now remember this thing of rocks. We murdered a guy for poor reasons. And now, Chapter 8, I Destroyed. By the way, that's AI.
Not a pretentious title to a really neat book. Probably written by, Ayn Rand.
Then the Lord said to Joshua, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Take the whole army with you and go up and attack Ai, for I have delivered into your hands the king of Ai, his people, his city, and his land. You shall do to Ai and its king as you did to Jericho and its king, except that you may carry off their plunder and livestock for yourselves. So
if Achan had just waited one more city,
yeah,
he'd be just good to go.
So the fact that he couldn't take things wasn't even there wasn't a real reason. It was an arbitrary decision that he was then killed for.
And then they're like, wait, he said pizza party? So we could take things and spend it on a pizza. Yeah, next time we do this, we're going to take all the stuff. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to afford a pizza party, and we'll have to go to Chuck E. Cheese like last time.
Set an ambush behind the city. So Joshua and the whole army moved out to attack Ai. He chose 30,000 of his best fighting men and sent them out at night with these orders. Listen carefully, you are to set an ambush behind the city. Don't go very far from it. All of you are on alert. I and all of those with me will advance on the city, and when the men come out against us as they did before, we will flee from them. They will pursue us until we have lured them away from the city, for they will say, they are running away from us as they did before. So when we flee from them, you are to rise up and ambush and take the city. The Lord your God will give it into your hands. When you have taken the city, set it on fire. Do what the Lord has commanded. See to it, you have my orders. God is all about fire right now.
Yeah.
Fucking wants to burn everything.
Yeah, a lot of the Old Testament has that, what's that called? Oh, a lot of Old Testament has fire motif. I don't know how many times we've read the Lord burned with anger. But yeah. Also fire tornadoes, burning bush, lighting people on fire.
Verse 9. Then Joshua sent them off, and they went to the place of ambush and lay in wait between Bethel and Ai, to the west of Ai, but Joshua spent that night with the people. Early the next morning, Joshua mustered his army, and he and the leaders of Israel marched before them to Ai. The entire force that was with him marched up and approached the city and arrived in front of it. They set up camp north of Ai, with the valley between them and the city. Joshua had taken about 5,000 men and set them in ambush between Bethel and Ai, to the west of the city. So the soldiers took up their positions, with the main camp to the north of the city and the ambush to the west of it. That night, Joshua went into the valley.
We got some military tactic reading on the Bible Reloaded this week.
You know, they move places and do stuff. When the king of Ai saw this, he and all of his men of the city hurried out early in the morning to meet Israel in battle at a certain place overlooking the Arabah. You know, the certain place.
Just regular place.
But he did not know that the ambush had been set amongst him behind the city.
Yeah, that's why it's an ambush.
Joshua and all Israel let themselves be driven back before them, and they fled towards the wilderness. All the men of Ai were called to pursue them, and they pursued Joshua and were lured away from the city. Not a man remained in Ai or Bethel who did not go after Israel. They left the city open and went in pursuit of Israel.
Not a man remained, so just women and children left.
So couldn't you just go into the city and be like, it's ours now?
Nope.
When they come back, and just be like, hey guys, what are you doing? Finders keepers. Then the Lord said to Joshua, Hold out towards Ai the javelin that is in your hand, for into your hand I will deliver the city. So Joshua held out towards the city the javelin that was in his hand. As soon as he did this, the men in the ambush rose quickly from their position and rushed forward. They entered the city and captured it quickly, set it on fire.
So, I like to imagine the guy that's writing this was in that group with Joshua, and he's like, Why did he lift his javelin up? No, dude, he was signaling the ambush guys. No. Did God tell him to do that? No, that doesn't make sense. No, they're right there. He lifted it and they ran in. No.
20. The men of Ai looked back and saw the smoke of the city rising into the sky. But they had no chance to escape in any direction. The Israelites who had been fleeing towards the wilderness had turned back against their pursuers. For when Joshua and all the Israelite people saw the ambush had taken the city and that smoke was going up from it, they turned around and attacked the men of Ai. Those in the ambush also came out of the city against them, so that they were caught in the middle. When Israelites on both sides, Israel cut them down, leaving them neither survivors nor fugitives. But they took the king of Ai alive and brought him to Joshua. When Israel had finished killing all the men of Ai in the fields and in the wilderness where they had chased them, and when every one of them had been put to the sword, all the Israelites returned to Ai and killed those who were in it.
This sounds like Wounded Knee.
12,000 men and women fell that day, all the people of Ai, for Joshua did not draw back of the hand that held out his javelin until they had destroyed all who lived in Ai.
Jesus Christ.
But Israel did carry off for themselves the livestock and plunder of the city as the Lord had instructed Joshua. So Joshua burned Ai and made it a permanent heap of ruins. What's that? They used to be Ai, now it's the permanent heap.
Is it the permanent heap of ruins? The one they told us about?
Yeah, a desolate place to this day.
Wow. I mean, they weren't kidding, were they? That really is a desolate place of ruins.
That is a heap.
That's a heap?
That is a heap.
Look at that heap.
He impaled the body of the king of Ai on a pole and left it there until evening. At sunset, Joshua ordered them to take the body from the pole and throw it down at the entrance of the city gate, and they raised a large pile of rocks over it, which remains to this day.
Why are we impaling people?
So he's just like, no one else is alive. He's not scaring anyone. He's like, I want to see it. I want to see his body on a pike. I want to see it rotting in the midday sun in the front of the heap that was his kingdom. Okay, so I guess that's it. Before we leave, I do have one request.
Subscribe?
Well, yeah, that.
Donate?
That also.
Follow us on Twitter?
That also. But, a different thing.
Oh. Less hoary?
Yeah. I keep working on a separate video series for me to do, and Jake knows this, just because I have time on my hands and I enjoy doing things. So, here's an idea. I'm going to throw this out there. You can either pick it up or pass that on. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to try and do an Ask Hugo thing. So, all I want you to do is in the comments if you have a question for me for Ask Hugo, and this can be about religion, it can be about apologetics, it can be my opinion about something, it can be something not related to this at all, it can be about movies or whatever, I'm a dork. It doesn't matter. But basically, we're going to do an Ask Hugo segment, and if you want to ask me a question in the comments, I want you to start by saying, hey Hugo, or Hugo, whatever. Just do that, and then your question, so I can see it quickly, browsing through the comments. If people actually do it, and I decide to do the videos, I'll get a separate email for that, but for now, just do it in the comments.
Yeah, don't ask me anything, though. I won't answer your questions. I hate you all.
Okay. So, thanks everyone for watching. I think that's it.
Yeah, like we said, subscribe, donate if you want, buy shirts if you want.
Yep.
Hang out with us more often.
I'm Hugo.
I'm Jake.
This has been the Bible Reloaded.
And next week, we learn how to do electrician stuff, but one of us dies because of electricity.
It's me.